Hello, welcome to Woodline Tracking. Today we are going to talk about combat multipliers. Number three, training, and how it can be a combat multiplier. Now I want to start off saying just going to get training doesn't mean it's a combat multiplier. You need to become proficient at what you've been trained in and what you're trying to do. And we're going to break it down some today in a short video to show you and give you some ideas on what you should be training on and what is good training and what your thought process should be. Let's get started. Alright, let's first talk about weapons training. Basically, you will fight as you train. We all have seen it, videos, whatever, where somebody in a gunfight does a perfect reload when on just like they're on the range, you know what I mean? So basically you need to go to the range and you become proficient and train, but you also need to then take the training and use it as in the theater you be operating in or the conditions you be operating in. You know, you also try to do reload behind cover. If you are operating in the woods, you probably will never be just standing up and shooting unless you're moving. A lot of times you'll be behind cover, trees, taking a knee, prone. So basically you need to practice shooting that way and doing reloads that way. You need to consider that and think about where you'll be operating your theater. You'll be doing this weapons training or shooting in, so you need to tailor that to your training. Also, you need to work on all the fundamentals. You need to do a lot of dry firing. Do that at home. There's all kinds of training assets out there. You need to work on your trigger pull, your sight alignment. Everything needs to be done. Your grip is the most important thing. Grip and trigger, especially when it comes to pistol. Basically, so you can go to classes and get some training on that. Also, like I said, when it comes to the next level, you need to do it in real world atmospheres, so you don't if you're ever in a real gunfight, you won't fall back to the training of just standing there doing a reload as you're standing in the middle of the open with no cover, because that's what you did on the range. Next, let's talk about tactics or small team movement and tactics. You need to break it down as the theater you'll be operating in or working in. What is your manpower and your ability? Those are the things you need to consider when you put your tactics or small teams training plans together. You need to think about your theater. And what do I mean by that is where you're operating. Woods, desert, the quickie mile. What do you think you'll be, where do you think you'll be, and what do you think you'll be doing? So you need to put your training together for that. Your ability, you know, if you are old, young, health problems, not, what is your abilities, what is your goals to achieve by that, and what is your resources? You need to put all that into that. Manpower, you know, if I'm training for team, and we'll have big plans to do a whole squad, 12 to 13 men, but we will only have 2 or 3 men. We should only train most of the time with 2 or 3 men because that's where we'll be. You need to make the team training as realistic as possible. Give warning orders. Put scenarios together, like one team doing a security patrol, the other team trying to go in and do some recon on them or ambush them. Put it together. You can have great fun and great experience by doing different little teams missions for a couple of hours. Also, you need to train with your team like in basic formations for where you're operating, and also train on noise discipline and camouflage discipline is all important with your teams doing all that. Basically, then you can go to force on force, and I recommend you using some type of weapon that shoots a projectile like airsoft, paintball, laser, something, because blanks are good to get started and it's good for the noise, but the problem is it never gets past the force engagement and everybody's just blowing the place over blanks, and you never take it where you're actually pinned down because you hear all airsoft bullets, BBs bouncing all around you, and you need to react to contact that way. You never take it. If you get hit, now you got to treat wherever you get hit at, or the medic got to treat you. So you can make it good fun with projectiles. It takes it to the next level. You can actually get past the force engagement and go to react to contact. And that's all good training for you to try to get ready if you ever have to do it for real life. But it's not a game. You need to keep it serious in real life. This is not, oh, I shot you, I got you. Basically, force on force is the best way to test that, and the best way to get experience, training experience and all that. So if you have to do real life experience, you have some experience in something. Okay, let's next talk about physical fitness. That's key. If you're gonna do all this and become good at this, you need to be in physical shape, the best you can for your age and your ability. It takes discipline. You need to watch what you eat as you get older, and you need to work out regularly. It can be fun. You can make it fun. You should be able to run at least 1.5 miles. If you don't want to run longer than that, you should make that as a basic goal. You can do push-ups and sit-ups, pull-ups in your basement or at home. So it's not like you have to go to the gym, but you need to dedicate yourself to physical fitness. It'll help you in your training. It'll also give you a combat multiplier because you'll be able to go farther and do longer and be more flexible. Don't forget to stretch as you get older. You gotta be flexible. And also help your living, because the healthier you'll be, the better off you'll be. So do not neglect your physical fitness training. You need to work on your physical fitness training. Do it regularly. All right, lastly, you need to keep on training. Even if you become good and you get this to where you're training, you're efficient, you're good at what you're training on, and then you can call it a combat multiplier, you just can't give up. You can't live off your past achievements. The experts say basically for every 20 days you don't train, you could lose 10% of your ability. That can add up fast. So once you get there, keep it up and keep on getting better. Train on a regular basis. Expand your training. It's limited what you can do as long as you put the time and dedication into it. If you find this information helpful, you can look us up at woodlinetracking.com. We offer training on force, tracking training, combat tracking training, weapons training like in the bush and stuff. And Precision Tactical even offers some close quarter combat and personal threat training. So look us up if you're interested in some of that training. You live in Ohio. Also, if you're looking for more of a paramilitary aspect, if you live in Ohio, Ohio has the Ohio Defense Force. That they do a lot of paramilitary exercises and training. So look them up. Remember, time may go on, but your life may not. Enjoy. Thank you.